So that's kind of like how you do it, and they say, yeah, is that Japanese cartoons? And you go, yeah. Do you like cartoons? And they're like, yeah, I guess I like it a little bit. Then you got the confirmation and yap your soul out. Anime is super cool. You should try anime. Like, it's actually really, it's like, and Japanese cartoons are actually superior to American cartoons. Did you know, actually, like, they still like fully animate everything. It's not like 3D and stuff like that. Although there's some animes that are 3D. At least like, I think the best thing is, like, after talking for like 10 minutes or so, like, you should at least pause to see like what they think and stuff like that. But sometimes I still, like, personally, sometimes it could still happen. Like, sometimes I yap about something for like over like 15 minutes, and then the person's like, and there's like something, then I stop and I go, so what do you think? And so you're not alone, you know. Everyone's a little bit of a yapper at the end of the day. When we like things, we get super excited and we get like passionate. We're just passionate. It shows. In fact, I see a lot of people. No, I hear it from a lot of people after I talk about something I'm passionate. They always tell me, "Wow, it sounds like you're really passionate about this thing," and that's also what I say sometimes too. You know, wow, you're really passionate about this thing, and that's never a bad thing. If you ever hear that, they're not trying to insult you. They're just like they're just taken back of how passionate you are about that subject. So The Last of Us TV, you were hesitant to watch it and believe we can live up to the first game. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. Sometimes that happens, you know. And Shrimper, it's okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Aww. Shrimper, you need to go to conventions. You need to go to conventions. Start going to conventions. They have them in the UK. In fact, they have one happening this year. It's called Vexpro. Go to Vexpro. I promise you, you will not regret it. You will meet like-minded individuals that are like you, and they like anime, and they like VTubers, and you'll make friends. Okay, guys, that's what I'm saying to all of you. Especially if you stay indoors all the time, or you work like a job that's very quiet, nobody talks to you, you're just doing your stuff. Like, go to conventions and start, you know, like, just kind of hang out. Do things with other people. Go to little small mini drinking parties. Just don't drink too much and be careful.
Miilky, but my great-grandma had dementia and was hurting from his lose. But it happened when I was young, and now I'm in my 20s. Can't do anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Matter Hunter. It's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. But yeah, go to conventions, guys. Conventions are fun. Look, you don't understand. I run a stand on an expo with my friend every year. Wait, so you do go to conventions? Well, then start talking to people, Shrimper. Go to parties. Go to the raves. God, I'd tell myself I'm way too old for that, by the way. I would convince myself I'm too old for raves.
I'm self-conscious of my yap, so I always stop every now and then for input from my unfortunate victim. Calls I'll easily get disheartened into shutting up because I realize pretty quickly they're clearly not as interested in this as I am.
Oh my god, Gareth, I'm sorry. Oh my god, you're disheartened. You're unfortunate victim. Why do you think of it like that? They're not unfortunate. They're not unfortunate. Don't be silly. Oh my god, you shouldn't. Oh my god, I feel so bad. I hope none of you think of that. Like, oh shit, this poor unfortunate person. Oh my god. I know it's okay being self-conscious about these things. It just makes you a self-aware person, you know. You're self-aware, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But like, what, you shouldn't be self-aware that you're like an annoyance. That's a bad thing. You're not an annoyance, you know. You like the things you like to talk about them. There's nothing wrong with that. But even if they're not as interested, and if you notice they're not interested and they're not engaged, then you can just switch the conversation to something else. But you shouldn't be like, oh man, jeez, I'm never going to talk about this with anyone else ever again. No, you're just going to find the people who like that at the same time. So let's say, for example, I'm super interested in pottery, and I like the idea of making pottery of my own. trying to do pottery. But if I yap about pottery with someone who does never even like considered, doesn't really care about it, like, oh, it's just like dishes and table, like, and dishes and like freaking like mugs and stuff like that, like what's so special about it, and I can tell that they're completely disinterested, I'll be like, oh, okay, I guess they're not really interested in pottery. Okay, let me change the subject to something else. Let me ask them what they're interested in, like what's their hobbies, like that. But when you do that, you don't say bad things about yourself. You don't be like, see, the wrong, that's healthy to do, but if you do this instead, that if you do this, like, oh, they don't seem interested in what I'm talking about. They must really think that I'm annoying and that like I'm really burdensome. Oh man, I really wish I didn't talk about pottery. They probably think I'm weird. Like they must think like I'm a freaking like I have a fetish for pottery.
Okay, so Warhammer is set in the year 40k. 10k years after the Horus Heresy. Okay, so the Horus Heresy happened when half of the Primarchs betrayed humanity. Okay, see, the Primarchs were basically superhuman demigods created in a lab by the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor was.
Oh my god, Winter Pyro, you're so cute, you're so cute. Oh my god. That's exactly how my mental conversation goes. You're not annoying. You're not a burden. You're not weird for liking what you like. You're not a burden. If somebody's not interested, that's not your fault. It's not your fault they're not interested. That's literally just it's just not their cup of tea. So it doesn't mean that, you know, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't, like, once for all rule out that no one likes, like, your hobby ever, you know? No, you just gotta find the people who like it, and they're the people that you're gonna, in fact, they're the people you're gonna enjoy the conversation with much more. Like, if I go and talk to, like, I don't know, let's say straight up like some like normie chick like from Starbucks that looks like she does yoga every fucking day, and I don't know, like, you know, just like, yeah, whatever. So I sit down and I start talking to them about VTubing, and you think they're gonna fucking care? They're just gonna be like, so people like act like cartoon characters on the internet for fun, and then I'm just gonna be like, yeah, it's kind of like that. Isn't that cool? Like, isn't that? And she's probably just gonna be like, what are they, like fucking 12? I'm just gonna be like, no. See, you gotta talk with, how am I gonna enjoy that conversation? Even if it continues, I'm not gonna enjoy it. So it's like, it's much more enjoyable talking about it with somebody who understands
Dark
you.
Souls and Monster Hunter lore.
That you both can like build off of each other, you know? It's kind of like ping pong, like tennis. That's what makes a conversation super like engaging and really fun, and it's because you're both like ping ponging off of each other. So think about it like that, you know? But Winter Pyro, I love that. I want to hear more about that entire lore. Keep at it. You stopped all of a sudden when you said, okay, the Empire was ... You gotta continue. I'm interested. Come on, I'm invested. Tell me more about it. Explain more. I love everything about Warframe, Dark Souls, and Monster Hunter lore. I don't know much about the Monster Hunter lore, to be honest. I don't think I know about Dark Souls or Warframe either. There are hour-long videos of the lore for Warhammer. Damn, that's crazy. That's kind of cool though. I can watch an hour-long video of that. I can. To be honest, maybe I'm just blessed. I don't know. I have a very curious mind. I'm very, very curious mind. Meaning that I love learning. I love asking questions. I love people to give me answers, or, you know, I'm the kind of mind that always kind of wants to unravel the secrets of everything. So if you're like another person, I like want to unravel you, and I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know what motivates you. I want to know what makes you sad. I want to know like the things you like, the things you don't like, all these things. Like, I get really, really like engaged really heavily. So maybe that's why I'm such a yonder. I know everything about you. You know,
Ricky just dropped a 2-hour video explaining Warhammer factions if you want to check that out. Part 1 of 2.
That other girl doesn't know anything about you. I'm the only one that listens to you talk about Warhammer for 3 hours without speaking a single word. And that other girl won't do that for you. Only I love you so much I can listen to you all day. I can watch you all night. Every word you speak always goes through me, and I love to ask you any kind of question. You think that other girl that says she likes you, she doesn't like you as much as I do. I can listen to you yap all day and all night and be right there by your side through it all. And while just being, you're so cute, you're so cute, you're so cute. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I guess maybe that's why
Miilky is
sometimes
being sussy again.
can be a
Gonna have
bit
to hit the reset button on her.
a bit of a risky choice, like talking to me sometimes, getting stuck in a one-on-one conversation with me.